Riding off the highs of E3 come the lows of everything else. Ace Combat 7 still has no release date, and new Gundam Breaker is new Gundam garbage. First things first, I'm a fan of Gundam Breaker. The series. I did skip out on the second game, mostly because the first left a lot to be desired, but from what I know, it's that it improved on a lot. The third game is the game I enjoyed the most from the series, feeling a lot more streamlined than the first, with a lot more gunpla to choose from. Mission structure was nicer than previously, despite being really repetitive, and you even got an SD Gundam buddy. Let's give the gunpla choice, somebody at Bandai said. A while back, Bandai once said that all the previous models would be in the game, but the base game is missing quite a few of the suits that the previous had. Maybe DLC is planned for all of them, but I don't see that happening. I can at least hold on to the fact that Tryon 3 is playable now. Now that all those useless gunpla are out of the way, let's also change the engine from the Orochi 4 engine to the Unreal 4 engine. Unreal 4 is not a bad engine, but such a drastic shift from the 3 games that used the Orochi engine to one that is completely different, one would expect drawbacks, unless super polished. Guess what? It's not super polished. The game looks nice, like previously. To the untrained eye, I'm sure there are people who would think it's the same game as before. Hell, they might think it runs on the same engine as before. The issue isn't with the graphics at all, but with the game itself. Okay, so the game stutters a lot. The game also suffers from huge frame drops. Yeah, I know the other games had frame drops, especially if you're playing on the Vita. This is a PS4 and PC title though. I'm not sure what the issue was. I want to assume it's them using the Unreal Engine, maybe for the first time. It doesn't just stop at frames dropping though. The game also suffers from input delay, to the point where you just start mashing. Sure, the games that came before it weren't in-depth with the combat, and you could mash, but now your button inputs feel like they drop all the time. And when it does register, it's really sluggish. Those issues might not sound so big, but they're not limited to multiplayer. They happen in single player. Multiplayer suffers from lag. In their defense for that, I was playing with Japanese players. But those issues, plus latency issues, they do not make for a fun time. If those issues were patched out, would it be a better game than 3? The flat-out answer to that is no. It wouldn't. Let me describe combat. So in previous games, when you unlocked an EX skill, you would have it for use as soon as you equipped it. Now, you enter a match at the frame level of 1, with each level unlocking an EX skill for you to use. It might not sound so bad if leveling would carry over from match to match, but no. You're reset to level 1 each match you go into. In theory, it would balance PvP a little more. Part differences unbalance that. Just look at GPO2's bazooka. EX skills aren't cancelable anymore. You used to be able to cancel one to the other or even dash out of them. And without that, the game feels more stiff. Remember how I said frame level? Well, leveling is annoying, as leveling up in the game isn't only done by killing suits, but an easy, more tedious way, opening boxes. For the first minute or so of every match, you'll find yourself running around the map trying to snipe boxes away from enemies, and even your teammates, to level up a bit faster. Then once you're done leveling, you're all ready for the laggy mash fest filled with GPO2 bazookas. So what does the game do right? These answers are debatable. What it does right in giant quotation marks so big you can see them from the moon, is that grinding has been lessened since 3. You no longer have to grind your EX skills. Getting parts you want is easier as well, as whatever you have equipped at the end of the match, you keep. Whatever you deposit into the box, you keep. To be the nicest I could to Gundam Breaker, new Gundam Breaker, it's dull. A lot of this could get ironed out and patched before the game releases in it's like a week away. Okay, so maybe we'll just see the next Gundam game in the West in 10 years because Bandai won't want to localize another one if this travesty to the series flops. Keep an eye out on full reviews of the game, as I doubt the frame rate and everything will be fixed. If you're itching for Breaker, go ahead and get Breaker 3. It is in English, and if you already have it, you're out of luck.